Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. We're here with a stock watch of the week video. We're going to look at Tesla, and also we're going to look at Occidental Petroleum, otherwise known as OXY. They were able to be day traded for several days this week, and also a couple of weeks previous to this, as they've been making a lot of new levels, trying to break through a key level that we're going to have a look at today. Hopefully the energy sector continues to rise and takes their stock price on up with them. Thanks for stopping by. As always, if you do enjoy the content, go ahead and thumbs up the video, and also subscribe if you haven't already. We're going to be doing some trading this week as always, and hopefully I'll have a lot of good content and some setups to share with you guys. Thanks a lot. Let's jump over to the news. Alright, here we are at Oxy, and before we jump on the chart, I brought up some information related to short-term energy outlooks and forecasts and what everybody was thinking was going to happen, getting closer to the travel season, holiday season. And one of the key things that I honed in on, as everybody knows here in the States, that our gas price averages have been really high. And as you can see right here is a statistic that backs that the retail prices averaged in August $3.16 per gallon, which is the highest monthly average price since October 2014. So that's fairly ridiculous right there. One of the good things is that they had, that the forecast was for it to fall down about 20 cents, so that's good. The hurricane, I thought, was going to affect the gas flow and the supply line a little bit more than it did, but obviously it did have some impact. It was a really bad storm and devastated the area, but we didn't see the gas shortages here where I live or the surrounding area as bad as it has been for other storms that came through where they had to shut down the refineries and all that stuff. So the pickup has been significant from previous years, but obviously we haven't reached 2019 levels of travel and also the barrel cost of oil. So that's really what we're looking at right now. Obviously, the forecast is still bullish on that. So we're going to jump over to the charts and show you this key level on Oxy that we want to be looking at this week. All right, here we are on the weekly chart, and you guys can see from a mile away what we have right here. We have this level, which was set back in March when COVID happened, right before Oxy actually bottomed out. And it lost this entire level in a matter of days. This was catastrophic. It went from around $44 all the way down to below 10. I actually did swing trade Oxy quite a bit back during this time because I just got started in investing, and I was trying to find stocks that were going to be undervalued right now. That way I could write it up, and I actually did make quite a nice amount of money on Oxy just because they were one of the sectors that really got destroyed during this time. What you also want to look at is the previous levels before COVID, where Oxy was just sky high when it comes to that. They were really, really high and getting close to $100 here. At one time they were up to $88. Now, do I see it getting that high soon? No. It's probably going to take a little bit of time before it even gets up around this $68 to $70 level. But we are in a crucial level right now, and I'm going to zoom in that way we can see. Again, this is the weekly chart, and I have drawn one trend line here, which it doesn't, it's really the only thing that I could find that looks like it may have some significance for a possible pullback, which was this line right here. That line was incredibly large. I hate when it does that. Here's the line right there. And then one of the key, the levels that we're looking at right now, we actually made the high. This was the VWAP slash getting really close to the $31 slash $32 mark. And you can see that we're making the ascending triangle pattern here. And we actually closed around 33.75 on Friday. This was last week's volume here, and then we're going to zoom in on the daily and have a look and see at all the volatility, what's happened there as well. All right, guys, this is why I said Oxy was absolutely ready to be day traded for the past few weeks. As you can see, it has bounced off of the 200 EMA, and everything has been trending up since September, we have this 200 EMA, which was going sort of flat, and then it started trending up along with these other EMAs here. We had this double tap right here, which was on the 20 and 21st of September. And then Oxy just said, okay, let's go. It ran up from $25, went up to 31, pulled back, didn't even get close to this EMA, and then ripped up to the VWAP. It has, again, we're on the daily here, so I don't know how much value you want to give to the VWAP, but it did sit around this level right here. But what we really want to focus on is the potential pullback before the continuation of a move higher. The key level that we had, and I want to grab the crosshairs that way we can get a price on it, was right at 33.48, and we closed at 33.64. So we did break a key level on Oxy. I always want to call them Occidental, but I'll just call them Oxy for now. We did push through that key level, and the next key level that we have on the weekly chart is way up here, and we're talking about this is over $40. So we're talking about a possible $8 run. Now, having said that, the 200 EMA on the weekly is sitting right around $39. So with it being that close to 40, I'm sure that's definitely going to put up some resistance. What we're looking for is a break from here and then a continuation up here. If the energy sector can stay strong this week, I see no reason that we can't continue higher, and maybe have, honestly, I may be day trading this. If we can get more volume like this tomorrow morning, we're going to go back to the daily. If we can get more movement like this, where we're seeing $3 and $4 true ranges of movement on this stock, I see absolutely no reason why we shouldn't continue to at least keep this on our watch list and look for a potential, maybe a pullback for a long, or maybe we want to go short up here for a pullback down to these levels before it moves on higher. All right, guys, here we are on Tesla's daily chart. As I stated before in my other videos, once they made the critical level around 800, I was going to go ahead and get rid of that trend line that we have been looking at for the past few weeks, just because it has gotten to a level where it really didn't look like it was going to pull back that far. The trend line would have had Tesla dropping about $60 from where they are right now, so I just don't really see that happening with the kind of action that they've been making, especially this week. If you had paid any attention to Tesla this week, they did come out on Monday and go right through the 800 mark. Now, unfortunately for long-term holders of Tesla, they did not hold that mark. They actually pulled back, closed below 800 on that day. And then they had a really strong pullback all the way back down to the 775 level, where it actually held really strong and then pushed back up. So this week we had what we were thinking. We were looking for folks to get around the 800 level and then have some little bit of hesitancy to just dump everything on it. Now, I did watch this while I was day trading a few days, and you would see volume come in and it would just smash through the 800 level, and sometimes it was going up to, like, as you can see on that Monday and also Thursday, where it went up to 805, but it did pull back and close underneath 800, unfortunately. I think it's going to take a little bit more time. And once it does finally close above 800, then that's when we're going to look for the continuation of the momentum, the bullish momentum that we're seeing. And that's when we're looking for this level right here, which is 822. Now, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say, again, I'm not Nostradamus. I can't predict the stock market, or I would not be on YouTube. I would be sitting on an island in the Caribbean right now. But just from watching Tesla for the past few weeks and watching their momentum, they have had some pullbacks, as you can see here, and there's been a few red candles that have been quite large, and honestly, the Monday candle was quite large. But if we can break and hold above 800, I see no reason why this stock can't move back up to 822 this week. We had a $25 range last week, and we only need, not even $25. Well, I would say I guess around 25 because it closed around 7.85 on Friday. But pre-market tomorrow morning, this stock could easily be right out $800 before the bell even rings. So with a nice $25 move next week, we're going to go ahead and go back up to this key level around 822, and then we're going to look for the next move up to 845. Barring any kind of silly tweets from Elon, or hopefully, fingers crossed, no more chip bad news short. We know there's a shortage. We already know that there's issues around that, but hopefully there's going to be some good news, maybe some more good manufacturing news around the EV sector altogether, as NIO had good reportings on theirs. And, hopefully Tesla just continues to move up. I mean, that's really what we want to see. The best thing would be for the long-term holders just to break through some of these key levels and continue to move up, and, hey, maybe even test 900 before it's all over with. So that would be awesome. But yeah, that's what we're looking at. We're looking at bullish momentum on Tesla. Again, one thing to always keep in mind is that for the past few weeks, we've watched Tesla open up, pull back at the beginning of the week before continuing to go higher. We did see that last Monday. It did go up, but then it pulled back before, going back over 800 on Thursday. So, depending on your share size and what you're trading, it isn't going to be a really big surprise if Tesla does continue to pull back a little bit before moving higher. So you just have to be prepared and be patient. And depending on your entry, go have a stop loss. There's nothing wrong with having a stop loss if it pulls back down to below 775 and then get back in. I mean, there's nothing wrong with taking a loss if you didn't get the entry you wanted, and then get a better entry and then make that back up with upward momentum. So that's where we're at on Tesla. I really feel good about this one. Honestly, these two stocks very well could get day traded by myself this week. I'm not going to tell you to go short or long. It's your money. You make those decisions, obviously. But hopefully these key levels help you out when you are making those decisions. Thanks, everybody, for coming by. I hope you have a wonderful week. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. And just keep going and stay strong and stay green.